Greetings, beautiful soul. My name is Anthea from antheafenton.com, where I nurture seedlings to reach their full potential of flourishing and blossoming through storytelling, play and healing. And today's audio is about the kidneys. And so, before I start the healing process, I just want to share with you what this healing is so that you can have a sense of what it's all about. So, infinity healing is what I do, and it is the #1 healing modality in the world because of its speed of balance, transmutation, and effectiveness. So, it means that it really does help to speed up the healing that often needs to take place in our bodies if we're imbalanced. And so it covers areas, things like clearing limiting beliefs, any fears or deep-seated roots that have maybe been stuck, any ancestral childhood traumas, parenting, programming from schooling, from TV, from social media, any past life experiences, memories, DNA, generational. And as a result, infinity healing is fast and easy, plus powerful and empowering in clearing everything that no longer serves your highest good and replaces with what is best for you and for your higher self. So I'm not doing anything other than just being a conduit, helping to channel the energies through, the healing energies, in order to be able to bring about these transformations for yourselves. Sometimes we have difficulties in accessing our truth because we can sabotage with it being ego that can be defensive. So sometimes we can maybe be a bit hesitant or a bit kind of like not too sure about what's going on and whether or not you can trust. And that's usually the ego at play. So we often do, as part of the activation, we place the ego to the side to observe and to really take a back seat and just to relax so that it can allow you to reach your highest good with grace and ease. So we're going to start the actual activation. So just excuse me as I'm just turning the pages here because I need to access the information. So first of all, I'm just going to open up with a bit of a prayer really, or a bit of a sense of bringing in our guides and teams. So bringing in your team, your higher self, your guides, your spiritual guidance, your ancestors. We're just going to invite them to come in and be around you, to love, to bring you that love and recognition of the work that we're going to take place in the next 10 to 15 minutes. I don't expect to be staying too much longer in terms of the activation. Everything's going to be relatively simple. I'm going to explain as we're going along. So we're just connecting to our higher self, and I'm just going to ask you to, if you're able to, place your feet on the floor. I'm going to ask you to take 3 big, deep belly breaths. So that's breathing in through your nose, and then breathe out through your mouth, gently and slowly. And do that 3 times. And we're just doing this in order to be able to help to center us and to ground us and to calm us. It's just an opportunity to really connect to our core self. We're going to be going all the way down into the core of Mother Earth in order to be able to really ground ourselves. And it's when we're at this most relaxed state that we can bring about major transformation in terms of what our body needs on another level other than what we think. Our body knows what it needs. We just need to give it time and focus in order for that magic to take place. So I'm just going to ask if you can just imagine a huge beam of light that's over the top of your head in farther sky, really to the height of the heights, is the highest it can go. And that beam of light is going to come all the way down through the top of your head, which is the crown chakra. And that's just some discs. There's some discs in our body that's part of our energy life force. And sometimes those discs are out of balance, it can cause illness in different ways. So we're just going to sharpen those up today and get them back into balance. Not sharpen them, but smooth them off. So we're going from the crown, And we're going into the beam's going to go into the third eye, the throat, the heart, and take a deep breath here. Just imagine that energy running from your heart down into your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, which is your tummy area, and often the place of intuition and gut feeling. And actually going into the solar plexus, that's where the kidneys lay. So we're going to be doing some shifts there. So you may notice some differences in energy or heat or different things, or maybe not notice anything at all, but that's where the work's taking place, in the area of the kidneys. We're going down into the solar plexus and the sacral chakra and the root chakra, which is at the base. We're going into the hips. The energy is going into the hips, the thighs, the knees, the ankles, the feet, the ground, the building that you're in, straight down through the foundations into the core of Mother Earth, all the different layers of richness and its essence, all the way down to the core. And as it reaches the core, take a deep breath and breathe out. And as we breathe out, we then start bringing the energy back up in our next breath. So we start moving back up the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart. And at the heart, we're going to breathe in. As we push out, we're pushing out into our physical layer, into our etheric, our mental, our emotional, our spiritual level layers. We go out into the room that we're in. Our energy is going to expand all the way out into the village, the town, the city, the country, the world, the planet, time, different timelines, all the timelines that we've been associated with, the different dimensions to infinity. And we're just going to hold and anchor in that by applying the infinity healing energy template. I'm just going to activate that now, and in a moment I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and if you would like to receive an infinity healing that's associated with that question, then you simply just need to say out loud yes, as it is your yes that releases the energy. So the template is now activated. So would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear everything in the way of you receiving the maximum during our time together? Say yes if you would like to receive that. And would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear everything in the way of you releasing the maximum during this session? Say yes if you want to receive that. And if there is any part of you that is interfering with, doesn't understand, is sabotaging, or is afraid of what is available for you today, would you like to receive a process to move that part of you aside, show them what is happening from your highest possible perspective, so that all aspects of you can be on board with you receiving and releasing the maximum throughout all levels of your being? If you would like to receive that, then say yes. And know that if you are listening to this audio, that you are in the right place, and the activation applies to the whole of this audio. If you've received this directly, or if you've just fell upon this audio. So the kidneys remove harmful and beneficial substances in our kidneys. So basically they're used for positive and negative, to remove and to sift and sort, really, to sort out. So the question would be, are you able to see what is good for you and what may be potentially damaging? So that's the question that I'm asking with regards to the kidneys and its functioning. So my question would be, with regards to infinity healing, would you like to receive an infinity healing to release anything that is stopping you from seeing what is potentially damaging for you? So this is about having clarity on what's damaging for you. To be really clear, if you would like to receive an infinity healing to receive the maximum with regards to being able to really see what's potentially damaging, then say yes. And would you like to receive an infinity healing to remove anything that is potentially damaging to your health right now? If that you would want to receive the infinity healing to remove anything potentially damaging right now, then say yes. And would you want assistance in removing any blocks or anything that needs to really be released that stops you from recognizing with clarity what you need? So anything that's stopping you from seeing and releasing and being able to really recognize with clarity, would you like to receive an infinity healing in order to be able to release and remove those blocks that's stopping you from recognizing that in clarity? Say yes. It also, the kidney, relates to relationships with the masculine and feminine. Now, masculine and feminine is in both of us. It's not in both of us. Is in us. Masculine and feminine, and those two aspects are each of us. So sometimes we can think that if we're a woman, it's just the feminine. If we're a man, it's masculine. But it isn't. In both man and woman, there is both. So, in order for you to be able to ensure that you are in balance with your masculine and feminine, would you like to receive an infinity healing to remove any blocks that are stopping you from creating that perfect balance of the masculine and feminine within yourself? If you would like to receive that, then say yes. Would you like to receive an infinity healing to help assist your relationships? So any relationships that are not in balance, that are not balanced, would you like to receive an infinity healing to remove any blocks that's causing any issues with regards to relationships that you may have with other people? If you would like to receive that, say yes. And if you would like to receive an infinity healing to release any emotion that is no longer serving you in relation to creating balance, then say yes. If you would like to also release any repressed anger or fear, again in the kidney area where there's often imbalance, it can relate to repressed anger, which means anger that you've not exposed because it's just out of character. If you would like to receive infinity healing to help to release that anger in order for you to create balance in your life, then say yes. If you would like to receive infinity healing that not only relates to anger but also relates to fear, to remove any blocks that's stopping you because of fear from you fully expressing yourself. Many people, many women, and I know it's not being sexist, but many women have never been taught how to express their anger. It's had to be suppressed for a very long time. If that relates to you and you want to release that, all that pent up anger, all that pent up frustration, all that pent up fear, then say yes to the infinity healing to create the balance and to help you to express your truth. Then say yes to the infinity healing. Again, I want to say fear can be very, very damaging to our health. And if you're holding on to fear because you're fearful of what lays ahead, then I just ask that you accept an infinity healing to release any thoughts or any anxieties that you may have held in your body that stop you from moving forward fearlessly. If you would like to receive an infinity healing to break through those challenges, of anything that's holding you back, anything that's ahead of you that you may be fearful of, then say yes. And if you would like to receive an infinity healing to help you shift those blocks with regards to relationships, with regards to holding back, suppressing any anger or fear, any difficulty in creating balance, if you would like to receive an infinity healing to release all those and to bring you into a space of peace, comfort, ease and flow, then say yes. And if you would like to receive an infinity healing to help you recognize that you are a loving human being who's currently going through an awful sense with sensations in your body that you want to break free from, then just know that by holding yourself in the high regard of love, gently talking to those areas within the kidneys, thanking them for showing you that those are the areas that you needed to work on, and asking them gently to be released, that they've served their purpose, to love them, recognize them and release. And remember the words, I love you, I love you, I love you. When a moment comes above, maybe pain is there, remember the words I love you and help to shift the energy by using those words in order to be able to stay in the moment. If you would like to receive that infinity healing to help you recognize the love that you are, then say yes. We're just going to take a minute or so for that to integrate. And as we place an autopilot, this autopilot runs the energies through your body and the different layers that we've gone to in order for you to receive the maximum shift that's going to serve your highest good, of however long that takes. So that's an automatic command. If you would like to receive that to be put on autopilot, then say yes. And now we're going to ground this activation by coming in all the way back from out infinity, all the way back from the timelines and dimensions, from the planet, the world, back into the country, back into the city, the town, the village, where you are, the walls, the building that you're in, the walls, back from your spiritual layer, the mental, emotional, etheric and physical layer. Take a deep breath as we arrive back into our heart, and we come up from the ground, we come from the core up to our ankles, our feet, our calves, our thighs, our hips, our root, our sacral, our solar, and meet at our heart. Another deep breath in, and then we move to our throat, our third eye, the crown, and we come all the way back down from the crown, all the way down past the heart to your feet, where we just anchor in that activation. We then come back up to the heart, and your hands on your heart, just feel for your heartbeat. And as you find that heartbeat, remember that any moment when you're feeling wobbly throughout the day, as well as I love you, you can always anchor yourself with your hand on your heart and feel for your heartbeat. This will help you to ground, which often we need to do in our lives. So just before I give you some information around what to do after the session, I'd just like to close in and thank your higher self, my higher self, our guides, our angels, our team, our spirits, our generational families that have gone before us, that are with us and have been with us throughout this session and always are with us. Just to thank them and thank God, Source, Universe for this time today and this activation for the kidneys. And I just want to recall that you may get some symptoms of thirst, so do make sure that you drink plenty of water anyway, so that it can flush out anything that's laying around energetically. You may get some purging symptoms, so again, just notice those. Stay grounded, and I gave you the protocol for that. Put your hands on your heart and feel your heartbeat. Also remember to write down anything in your journals around any triggers that you may have had, any shifts, any synchronicities, any coincidences, anything that gut feeling, intuition. Just jot them down, because these are all clues that our spirit guides give to us after such an activation. If you would like to receive more of my work, then visit AntheaFenton.com. That's ANTHEAFENTON.com, and I'd be happy to serve you. You've been listening to the kidney activation today, and the intention was to release much around fear, much around relationship imbalances, and around really being able to step into your power of releasing anything that no longer serves in terms of imbalances, to really bring some love into your kidneys and to allow them to recognize that you love them and that you release any blockages that no longer serve you. I thank you for listening to this audio. Please do give feedback. I look forward to hearing of your recovery. Much love.